Roy Jones Jr. back in the news. He says that Canelo must see Terrence Crawford. Um, let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance getting notifications. We go live or drop video. He says Roy Jones Jr. Canelo must prove himself against Crawford at 68. So talk about what Roy had to say. He said you can't say no to Crawford until somebody beats him. As long as he's putting his weight on, putting the weight on, nobody's gonna beat him. Said Roy Jones Jr. The Fight Hype YouTube channel will ask if Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. So he said if they strip him down to 47 or 40, they might have a chance because that takes more from you than going up in weight. Said Jones about Crawford. As long as he goes up, and the sky's the limit for Bud. Canelo's a tough cookie to crack. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's going to beat Canelo, but Canelo's going to have to beat him. So he's saying, it ain't going to be no sweet lick. That's what he's saying. He said Canelo going, pretty much have a run for his money. And that, for the most part, Crawford's got the credentials to challenge Canelo Alvarez. So, and when you have the credentials to challenge Canelo Alvarez, you got to take that challenge, especially when Canelo going around here fighting guys like Edgar Berlanga, John Ryder, Callum Smith, and those names of that ilk. So, and I like to see, and Roy was one of them guys that was putting pressure on Errol Spence to fight Canelo, fight Terrence Crawford, and it severed their relationship. They made amends to it now. But, like I said before, you hear behind the scenes where Andre Ward was like, well, Errol Spence was calling me and telling me that I'm not ducking. I just want to get all the belts first and this, that, and the third. So he was hearing what people were saying about him. He was hearing what the fans and the media was saying about him as well, too. And Canelo here, Canelo might just be so high in the sky, or it might be a cultural gap where Canelo just don't care at this point. You know what I'm saying? He done made so much money. He got so much ego. And he got so many fanboys and fangirls willing to tell him that, basically telling him that he ain't got to fight Bud. He don't owe Bud nothing, and, it is what it is. So if he walked away without fighting Terrence Crawford, I don't really think, it would be, too much of a stain on his resume. Because most people just think, man, it was a useless fight. He going up and, it's too much weight for Crawford to put on. Canelo was going to smoke him anyway. So it really didn't matter. So a lot of people are probably coming with that type of energy, honestly, So it ain't like, he ducked, Prime, I don't know, Triple G. He ended up fighting Triple G, in a timely manner compared to what's going on today. So, people say they're going to just look at his resume and not know who, what, when, where, why, or whatever, and let his box recs and say, well, he fought all these top guys. He must be some good, or he must, be the truth or whatever. So, and then Crawford is not endeared by the media neither. So when you're not endeared by the media, you know how that go. You already know how that go. When you ain't loved by the media, it's just, it ain't too much, you honestly can do about it. So, but Roy Wright, it's good to see legends apply pressure. That's what I was trying to say earlier. But legends apply pressure on, these dudes to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It's, get in there, rumble with the man. You know what I'm saying? Rumble with him. And, chips fall when they may fall. It's not like he on some, secret, it ain't like he on some secret mission to, it ain't like he on some secret mission to fight somebody else. I mean, he really ain't fighting nobody right now. So, he like taking easy fights. This should be an easy fight. This should be an easy fight. Real talk. This should be the easy fight for him. So if he like taking easy fights, why not take an easy fight for amount of money that this fight is going to generate? But he continues on. He ain't got to beat Canelo. Canelo got to beat him, said Jones with a cryptic remark. And that's basically one of the reasons why, Canelo don't want to take the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know going into that fight that Canelo, he shouldn't go the distance. With Charlo, they kind of, gave him a pass for that, but he shouldn't have went the distance with Charlo. Let's keep it real. He shouldn't have went the distance with Charlo. And that's the God honest truth. A guy coming with a broken hand, coming off over a year layoff. So in reality, he shouldn't even had to. He shouldn't have went the distance with Charlo. The knockdown wasn't enough. A lot of people felt like, oh man, he ain't hungry enough. But he right, and that's why one of the reasons he don't want to take the fight is, if he don't if he struggle, it's gonna be a lot of backlash on him. There's gonna be a lot of backlash on him if he struggles. So keep that in mind. He said, I wasn't surprised at all because Madrimov is one of these guys that had exceptional amateur background. These fighters from Uzbekistan are some of the best fighters in the world title, said Jones Jr. when asked if he was surprised any problems Crawford had against WBA junior middleweight champion Israel Madrimov. August 3rd. He said them Kazakhstans have probably won more medals in Olympics than the Russians, Americans, and Cubans lately because their technique is so sound, said Jones Jr. So when you see a guy coming from the block of that block of the world, you got to know these guys are no joke. He said this guy Madrimov was at 10-0 at the time and looked at how much trouble he gave Crawford. You have to remember these are the Lomachenko type guys. It's not normal, said Roy Jones Jr. He said, who said he doesn't have a shot. Why doesn't he have a shot, said Roy Jones about Crawford having a shot at beat Canelo. Depending on how Canelo fights him, he will determine the outcome of that fight. So, this guy who went up in weight and beat bigger guys too. What's going to define the fight is what approach Canelo takes, because if he takes the wrong approach, he's going to lose, said Jones Jr. If he takes the right approach, he's almost guaranteed to win. But if he takes the wrong approach, he's guaranteed to lose. So that's interesting. So, I mean, sometimes you get into a fight where you can't break the rhythm. And if a guy get into a boxing groove and then you try to, fight him, then it becomes a tougher fight. So I get what he's saying. Triple G kind of changed the tie against, Kell Brook, even though, in this scenario, this guy be significantly smaller as well, too. And where, Kell Brook was boxing him, piecing him up, and then Triple G just strapped his nuts on, tucked his chin, and just walked down Kell Brook and got him up the fuck out of there. So some fighters, and depending on the opponent, can change the tide of the outcome of the fight and could just change it like that. But, one punch can always change it too. But sometimes some of these dudes get into such a good rhythm that you can't break the rhythm. And that's kind of, I think, what he's trying to say. He says, so for me, it's not who is a better fighter, it's who takes the right approach to the fight. Canelo's a bigger guy. If he take the right approach, he should win the fight. If he take the wrong approach, he's definitely going to lose the fight. So basically, what he trying to say, because the writer don't know shit. Jones really isn't saying, no, you just don't know shit. I guarantee you it's a dumbass writer, one of they dumb writers. And then they sharing writers with the other boxing 24/7 type of thing. So basically what he's saying, if Canelo go in there and try to box his ass, he probably going to get outboxed. If Canelo go in there and try to walk him down and exert his physicality, he guaranteed to win the fight. That's pretty much as simple as that. As simple as that. Don't sit here and play with him. Go here, fight him. Don't try to get into a boxing match, work the body, you know what I'm saying, and get him the fuck up out of there. Don't do that Charlo shit where you follow him around the ring, cut the ring off, hit the arms, the shoulders, the body, break him down physically, and, you're going to win. You're going to win. So that's pretty much what he's saying. And if Canelo, Terrence Crawford, if he make a mistake in that fight, it could be over with. Come on, if he make a mistake, it could be over with. Let's call it what it is. If he make a mistake, it could be over with. We all know that if he make a mistake, it can be over with. It could be hook right, good night. So Yeah, I love to see, guys, if Canelo ain't gonna be out here, trying to fight if Canelo ain't gonna be out here trying to fight trying to fight the best guys, if that's Beaver rematch, if that's David Benavidez, and that's David Morale and whoever else is out here, Arthur Better BF, if he ain't gonna be out here, trying to fight those guys, my thing is this, bro. Then yeah, he should fight Terrence Crawford. Yeah, he should fight Terrence Crawford. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, he should get in there. He should fight him. You know. You know. So yeah. That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, I feel what Roy's saying here. But if Canelo was, fighting top guys and fighting the guys we wanted to see, I don't think anybody would be out here saying, well, yeah, he should fight Terrence Crawford. He should do this and he should. Nobody would be saying that. But him, you know, you know, you know, but if if he turned around and he actually fought the guys that we want to see him fight, nobody would bring Terrence Crawford up. So but hey, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.